Hey guys, welcome back to the JMK Garage. So as a result of nothing short but my own abuse on the bike, the Harley Dyna here has been running awesome since the rebuild here. However, the back tire I burned through pretty quick, and now the clutch is also slipping real bad. And I keep adjusting the cable here, but it's at the point now where regardless of what I do, it just spins real bad at higher speeds. And trying to do wheelies or burnouts, it's very inconsistent, and most of the time it just slips the clutch before it'll spin the tire or pop the front end up. We're at the point now where it's the end of the season, but I would still like to keep riding a little more and try to improve on my progress on wheelies. So I've got the parts needed. I got the Kinetic gasket for the primary. I've got a new Barnett clutch kit, extra plate, new primary fluid, and tear that apart. While in there, I also have the Burley brand easy pull clutch kit, whatever you want to call it, just to make it a little easier to pull on there. I really like to upgrade that lever, or both levers, but for now, to make it easier to pull, got that. We'll drain the fluid, get it out, and pull it apart, and have a look at it, get the clutch in. But I'm really thinking, unfortunately, that the compensator is also on its way out. It's making a lot of racket, and just doesn't sound right. So I think that's probably due for replacement too. Even though the bike only has 20-some thousand kilometers on it, it's taken a lot of abuse, and yeah, little on the fence of whether I replace that with a just solid sprocket. But you know, everyone says they're just going to put more abuse on the rest of the drivetrain, which probably don't want that. From the research I've done, I can't really find much for aftermarket for the compensators on the early model twin cams, unfortunately. So I'll keep looking. Maybe there's something out there, but if not, we'll just go for a OEM or drag specialties replacement, whatever I can find that gets the job done. So let's get to it. All right, let's get the plug pulled on there, drain that out, and tear the cover off after I get the peg and shifter off there. First time digging into one of these, so a little bit of a learning progress. All kinds of metal filings on there, so not sure if you can see it on the camera. Ouch. Fuck. Yeah, definitely some shavings in there that shouldn't be there.
Can you take that?
12 years ago. So that's pretty fucked. Yeah, look at that. Chunks is coming off.
Yeah.
Disintegrating.
Probably way too hot. These ones don't look bad.
Not the outside ones, no. All right, guys, there you have it. Clutch has been replaced, and the bike is ready to come off the lift. Head out and test out to make sure the new clutch is grabbing like it should. I put in the Barnett extra plate, as I mentioned. Hopefully, it's a good choice to go with. It was recommended to go with that. So, I kept the stock diaphragm type spring, post upgrading to the individual coil springs. Hopefully, that holds up okay. I also put in a Burley easy pull attachment in the clutch there on the transmission side, not the ball and ram, just the attachment that goes on to the ramp. Definitely feels easier to pull, but I'd still like to swap out those levers for something more like single or two finger lever. Just these ones are so big and bulky. Back tire I'm not replacing yet. I do have the new one, as I mentioned, right here. It's a Shinko 230 True Master. It's just what was on the shelf there at Royal Distributing. I would have preferred the 777 or 999 really, but 999 wasn't in stock. 777 was also on back order. So should do me fine for some burnouts and wheelies. Anyways, let's get it off the lift here, head on out and test it out. Thanks for watching, guys. As always, like, subscribe. See you next time.